Hi, welcome back to the Tribe Plan. I'm your host Judith, and let's get into it. Today we're going to be talking about doing a life overhaul, a full life audit on what your goals have been, why you have not achieved those goals, and what has been stopping you from achieving these goals. And also, if these things that have been stopping you are still present in your life, what then should you do? So the first point you need to take note of is you need to pause first, right? Pause, take a breather. Understand that yes, the fact that you've not gotten through all the goals you want for yourself, the fact that you've not been able to achieve the things you wanted for yourself all through your life, it's not particularly out of place, and it has certain clues left behind that you can learn from. So first things I'm going to say is go to your old goals, go to your old dreams. Hopefully you jotted them down, you took note of them somewhere. Take note of those things, look back at them and see, were you able to achieve any of the goals you had previously? And if you were not able to achieve, why were you not able to achieve any of the goals you had previously? So what stopped you from achieving the goals, right? And also, if those patterns, the things that stopped you then, are they still present in your life currently? The things that stopped you previously could still affect your life currently if you don't make a change. So the truth is, we can't keep doing the same thing expecting for new results, right? So we need to look at the old dreams, the old goals, the old plans that never worked out, that never came to be. And then for us to now make the new goals, the new plans, the new projections, to understand that they can still become like the old goals that never got to be if we don't make changes to the habits that we tend to exhibit over time, the things we do daily, how we track our progress over time. Are we making actual progress? Do we think we're making actual progress? Are we even getting feedback to even know, okay, this progress is actually tangible? All of these things that have held you back in the past, let's review them and then know what then we need to change moving forward. In doing a life audit and an overhaul, it's very essential to understand that after we've taken that pause, right, we've reviewed our past goals, we've reviewed our past dreams, how far we brought them to accomplishment. If we're not able to bring them to accomplishment, what then were the patterns? What were the reasons that stopped us at that time? The next thing we need to do is check our pattern, our behavioral pattern. Okay, year in, year out, you need to do a complete audit. So look at, in the year 2015, what did I do? In the year 2016, what did I do? Yes, 2017, what did I do? And so on and so forth. Review all of these years and see how much progress did I make towards the life I want for myself. How much progress did I actually make according to what I've said I want, right? The dreams I say I want, the life I say I want to myself. Have these actions I've been living, the behavior patterns I've been exhibiting, have they been in accordance to actually what my dreams are? Because it's easy to say, oh, we want this. But when you're not living according to what you want, how would that actually come to fruition? It's not very possible now, is it? So then understand, okay, year in, year out, what has been the pattern? Have they been detrimental? Have they caused me to lack the skill sets that need to take me to the next stage? Okay, so then what are the skill sets I have lacked over the years that have not been able to accomplish, that have not been able to take me to where I want to actually get to? Reviewing all of these things, breaking them down to small bite-sized pieces. Take a review, do an audit of, okay, this year in this aspect of my life, what would I grade myself? In this year, what this aspect of my life, in the different skills of my life, how would I grade myself? After doing a full audit, because this will give you whether or not you made progress or the lack thereof of any progress to your achievements. And that, my dear friends, is very, very important to overhauling your life. So at the Tribe Plan, we want to make sure we are shining. We want to make sure we're taking accountability for all our actions. We don't want to do things that then we look at our lives 5 years from now, 10 years from now, like, no, we're not living the actual lives that we want for ourselves. If you really want to be intentional about the kind of life you want to live, you have to make intentional choices about the behaviors, the decisions you're making, the career paths you're even taking. Everything must align, and then you get the results that you actually want. So for us to get into the next stage of the life overhaul or the life audit, after going through the old dreams, the old goals, why we were not able to achieve them, the reason behind that, also going through year in, year out, what were the things that stopped us from getting to where we wanted to be, what our dreams were, what were the patterns that stopped us from achieving the goals that we wanted for ourselves, the patterns that stopped us from achieving the dreams that we had for ourselves. Now the next thing we need to know is that we take accountability. Yes, we have to take accountability for the things that went wrong. We need to take accountability for the aspects where we were not strong enough, the time where we did not know enough. Now that you know better, you have to do better. For the next point, you have to know, where should I change? What aspect of my life needs to actually change? So after reviewing all the different patterns, you've seen the patterns, you've seen the reasons, you now have taken accountability. From taking accountability, you know there are some problem points, there are some pain points, there are some things that are not very good, there are some things you're not very strong at. Where are those things? Do you need to learn? Do you have certain skills that you hope to have achieved, hope to have learned, but you have not gotten there? You now understand that maybe it was not measurable, maybe it was not specific enough, maybe it was not even time bound. Okay, so you didn't have a deadline, you didn't know when you were to have the goal achieved by, what time you should achieve the goals by. And then also your habits were not in congruence with what actually you wanted to achieve. Looking at all of these points, you're able to now see, oh, these were the things that actually stopped me. These are the points that need to change. These are the things I need to work on. Now, after understanding that I have certain things I need to change, itemize all these things one by one that you've observed that were not very good in the past, did not work in the past, year in, year out, were holding you back. Itemize all these aspects that need to change, and then make a plan to work on each and every one of these things that held you back. Because without actually making a plan, would you actually get anywhere? No, you will not get anywhere without actually making a plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Again, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So understand that without actually having that plan in place, it's very easy to go off point. It's very easy to just say, oh yes, I'm working on things without prioritizing. You have no prioritization. You're working on things that are actually not very important, things that could be delegated. You are working on those things, taking the things that are non-essential simply because, oh, I'm still getting stuff done. But the truth is, they're not actually taking you to the point where you want to get to. They're not helping you to get to where you want. Make the plan and make it clear. Make the plan and make it concise. Make the plan and make it specific as well. Make it realistic. Make it also have every of the tenets of what the SMART goal is. Let your plan have a timeline to it. Okay, what are the things that you need to put in place? Are there some relationships you need to build upon for you to actually get to the skill set you want for yourself? Are there certain arrangements? Are there certain courses? Whatsoever it is that you know you need to improve upon, whatsoever it is you know that would take you and actually push the needle forward, engage in those. Make a plan and then engage in them. Now the last point. And for me, this is the most important point, because to be quite honest, if you have all the reviews done, you have the plan set, you have the SMART goals done, without action, you will go nowhere. Am I speaking? I'm sorry. Am I speaking? Okay, good. Without action, you will get no feedback, and without action, you will make no progress. It's very important to understand that, yes, we're reviewing all of these things. Yes, we're going through the past and seeing what the patterns have been. We are seeing the reasons that have held us back. But if we do not actually put action to the plans that we've set, it's easy and fun to always, make plans, to be interested in the goal, make the beautiful plan. Oh yes, by this time I'm going to get this done. By this time I'm going to get this done. You even have a timeline you set into your calendar. If you do not actually do it, you will get no results. And sometimes the result might not even be favorable. The result might seem like failure. But the truth is, failure for someone with a growth mindset is actually feedback. Because now you're getting feedback on things you need to put better effort into. You're getting feedback on things you're not very good at. Because the truth is, you're starting out something for the first time, and you're not going to be very good at it. Give yourself some grace and understand that I need feedback. And when I have feedback, I'm better informed, better equipped to do much more improved tasks, to perform at a much more optimal level. If you're not able to have all this information, how would you be able to perform at an optimal level? Of course not. So you need to give yourself that grace. Understand that action, no matter how small, no matter how difficult, put in the action, because you will thank yourself. The first time you put yourself in that situation is the exposure to that first feared stimulus. The first time you put yourself in that situation, of course, it's going to be daunting. The second time, it would not be as daunting. The next time, it would obviously not be as daunting. And then till you get to a stage where you're comfortable with this thing that seemed so challenging previously. Okay, so that's the gradual stage of progress in a skill learning, in goal setting, in life improvement. This is the gradual process of life improvement. Okay, so I've been your host, and it's been wonderful talking to you. I'm once again Judith, and I'm open to having one-on-one improvement and well-being coaching with you. So you can use the link in the description below to book your session with me. See you in the next video.